Yes, that's interesting that you mentioned like the performance, because obviously you're a very positive person and you're very optimistic, even though you've had, some difficult things that you've been through. And there can sometimes be this culture around like toxic positivity and performing, Uh, but how do you maintain that positivity and hope even amidst all of like the difficult hardships you've been through?
Yeah. It's funny. When I was thinking about that earlier today, I was scrolling on Instagram and I follow this person. Her name is Jessamine Stanley. She's like a yogi, like a body positive yogi. Um, and she posted, she said, "Joy is my revolt." And that really resonated with me because sometimes I feel like um, the person I am is because of spite almost. Like I have always had this sense of I'm going to be, a positive light in the world regardless of what goes on. And then also, I feel like I have a really strong sense of purpose. I haven't always had a path. I feel like I do now, but um, growing up, I just always felt like there was something I was meant to do. And it's, even though you have moments of hardship, it's, having that sense of responsibility or purpose in the world, really, really helps you move forward.
Um, so a little bit of a digress here. We want to learn more about you and your career.
Yeah,
And it's always interesting learn, when we have these meetings with so many different people, there have been so many different paths that they've chosen to take. So what made you decide to pursue massage therapy?
great. So when I started, I feel like I have to backpedal and give more like life story to answer this question. Um, but when I started college, I had a couple career paths in mind. I really wanted to make a difference, make an impact in other people's lives. And then I realized after starting college that that wasn't the route I wanted to take. I didn't want to finish my degree. Um, and so I kind of spent a couple years after that just working the corporate sector, which is still what I'm doing. And I wasn't really sure. I was just kind of going with the flow for a long time. One of my good friends became a massage therapist, and he was telling me very briefly about what he did, just like in terms of flexibility and, financial freedom and just freedom of schedule, being able to do whatever you wanted. And I was really curious about it. I was like, okay, it sounds like he's helping other people, in this field. And I kind of followed my curiosity. Um, and I sat in on a class before I decided on a school. And they were doing physical assessments that day. They were teaching their students how to kind of perceive what treatment a person would need before actually working on them. So just like physically. And I volunteered to be the person that was assessed that day. And it was mind blowing at how well they read my emotional state of being and things that I didn't even realize other people could be aware of just by looking at me or looking at how I carried myself or how I was breathing. And I was sold at that point on massage. And I felt like I could really, use my natural intuitive ability and, help other people in that way. Along with that, I think it has also helped me feel more comfortable in my own body and be in my own body. And you have to be, physically and emotionally fit to work on someone, or else you're not going to give effective treatment. So I feel like it's just a really embodying, all encompassing field that is just really well suited for who I am as a person. And um, I just have always felt like someone who is energetically attuned to my surroundings. And that's really important with massage because people aren't always going to verbally tell you what they need, but you have to be able to kind of know and let them be vulnerable enough to be who they are so that you can meet them where they are, and help them on their journey to healing. And it also helps you heal along the way, which is really cool. I don't know of too many professions that allow for the duality that massage gives, or I guess the energetic modalities give. So it's really cool.
Wow. You kind of already answered the next question a bit. How do you want to help people through massage therapy? Like, what do you want your clients to walk away with?
Yeah. I think getting into like the more specific kinds of massage, I really would like to do trauma-informed work. I think it's really important to, have therapists that, have had those hardship experiences where they can, meet people where they are, and, just be specialized in that way. I also have always had a heart for prenatal massage. So working with, people who are pregnant or expecting. But yeah, definitely, I'd like to work, in a more specialized field with massage, and, kind of just like allowing people to be in their bodies, ease their nervous system so that they can further step into their power, and, move in any direction they want, because it's so easy to feel stuck when you're, in a pandemic, or, where you're dealing with trauma. So I think massage is really, really helpful in, allowing people to flourish and not just survive.